Hi. Welcome. Since the event's inception back in 2008, the Swatch Nines has pioneered some of the biggest and wildest course progression in ski and snowboard history. I mean, just looking at the last 4 events alone, back in 2019, they built a jump that had the literal potential to cook you and your entire family past Pluto. In 21, they built a double directional course to foster one of the biggest locomotives in the sport's history. 2022, we saw the world's first downward spiraling loop. And in 23, they helied a skateboard to the top of the Swiss Alps to ensure Andy Anderson could throw some airwalks under a couple of flat threes. The Nines continues to set the standard for what's possible with some cats and some shovels, but their setups have also fostered some really big moments for the sport.
Oh my.
Back again in 2019, Andrew Rigetti threw the world's first quad cork 1980 on skis. 2022, Miss Iwabuchi landed the world's first frontside triple 12 by woman, and Hiroto obviously threw the world's first snowboard 21 on the same setup.
I'm gonna
in my feelings though, I be feeling how I'm feeling, how you feeling though. Got the rhythm pocket getting like a stack of dough. Slap a booty.
Those aren't world's first. I just like watching Hackle and Terrio ski. It's not often you get them session in the same setup. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a little background recap on what's been happening with the event, but without further ado, here's your first look at the 2024 Swatch Nines course out at Shilthorn. That is terrifying. For the 2 years that I've been able to attend this event, every single time I get the renders or I see photos of the setup, I am downright terrified because it means I need to, well, you don't have to, but you have to hit the features. If you're going, you have to hit them. Now, it's one thing to hit a big jump, but it is a whole nother thing to hit a big hip. This is the biggest hip that's ever been made. It's a spawn off of what they did in 2016, just with a little bit of a higher landing. But that still is a full-on vertical 10-meter takeoff that goes straight up, and then you have to revert your hips, direct your momentum down to a different position to land in that hip landing. Let alone stunning it. I'm just talking about a simple straight air at this point, which honestly, debatably, is probably harder than tossing, like, I don't know, dub 8 or something, dub flat 8. I'm not capable of doing that. We're not doing that though. Thankfully, they also built 2 side jumps on either side of the hip, so you can take it all the way to the back of that humpback whale landing if you wish. But even that is still terrifying. If you undershoot, you're gonna go slamming straight into the wall, or even worse, down straight to flat. But I'm still optimistic. I think we'll be all right. So the whale has the textbook vertical takeoffs, 2 side jumps, but it also has 2 proper quarter pipes built on either side. It's kind of sick because you can transfer to the actual hip landing or just gap back into the quarter themselves. And to top it all off, Alex Hackle wanted to make sure you could hit this thing as a Knuckle Huck.
It has this knuckle in the middle, designed by Alex Huckel, so we call it the Huckel, the Knuckle Huckel.
You just gotta watch out for the full-on battle axe in the dead center. Moving on to the other 3 feature sets, starting with the drop-in. There's gonna be a mini snow castle setup equipped with a proper flat box DFD and down bar. Obviously, there'll be a snow bar and what looks to be a Swatch helipad on site. A little farther down the course, the drop-in goes underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. A lot of different ways to sesh this one. If you can line it up, it'd be sick to see somebody try and recreate Roy Kittler's Cork 2 transfer that he did at the 2014 Nines.
Okay.
And at the end of the course, you got Transition Central. It has all the usual downward spiral loops, boobs, and quarters you've grown used to seeing at the Swatch Nines. We never figured out how the Egyptians built the pyramids, but I think the entire nation of ancient Egypt itself would be pretty stoked on what the shaping crew has created out at Shilthorn this year. Swatch Nines is going down from April 9th to the 13th this year. There's also going to be another public day on April 13th, so if you guys are around, come hang out, watch some stunts. I'll be there as well again this year, so it'd be fun to link up with you. If you guys want more information on the event, I'll leave a link to the official website down in the description below. It goes over lots of stuff like the riders list, which again is another incredible roster of talent this year. And lastly, I want to say one big thank you again to the entire Nines team, everybody involved, for letting me have a piece of it. It's such a cool experience, and again, I can't thank you guys enough for continuing to watch these videos and allow me to live this wild life. Look forward to some fun vids, man. We'll see you in the next one.